I can't imagine that there would be a shooting around here. I never think of Logan Circle as an insecure or unsafe neighborhood.
Tonight on DC News Now, a violent weekend in the district. 2 people killed and at least 5 shot within 24 hours. We take a look at the latest crime data.
New gun regulations in Maryland.
Bottom line is we will continue to enforce the strongest gun safety protections legally available.
Why Montgomery County leaders say the changes are needed to better protect the community.
And we'll have to stay weather aware out there for the day tomorrow. There's a chance for some stronger storms. The latest timing coming up.
The search for an accused hit-and-run driver days after a 5-year-old on a scooter ends up in the hospital with critical injuries.
You get the child and you need to take off. You get anything you deserve. You need to be locked up.
The message from neighbors as they worry about the dangers on the road.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
And I'm Chris Flanagan. A violent 24-hour stretch across D.C., leaving 5 people shot, killing 2 of them. The victims include a teenage boy killed in Columbia Heights and a man shot in Logan Circle, where neighbors say this kind of violence is unusual.
And we find our DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live tonight. And Ben, let's talk more about the violence as we're seeing 2 different stories as we look to the latest crime numbers coming from DC police.
That's right, and all of this as that law enforcement surge continues in the district with the deployment of the National Guard onto city streets. DC murder rates remain relatively low compared to this time last year, but that's a different story when it comes to assaults with dangerous weapons like guns, knives, etc., what causes serious harm. But for those who call DC home, the weekend crime is another reminder that the crime has to be tackled.
I'm frankly shocked. I can't imagine that there would be a shooting around here. I never think of Logan Circle as an insecure or unsafe neighborhood.
Police tape left behind at Vermont Avenue and Q Street in Northwest marks where a man was shot just before 5 Sunday morning. He survived, but he was just one of 5 people shot in 4 separate shootings across the district in roughly 24 hours. A man was killed Saturday night near Oxen Run Park in Southeast. Hours later, a man and woman were also wounded in Southeast. Then Sunday night, D.C. police say 17-year-old Tavon Livingston was shot and killed in Columbia Heights.
I mean, that's definitely something to consider because I do live around here, come home late sometimes. But again, it's not something we see frequently around here. I really don't think this is something that we're going to start, seeing a lot of very suddenly around here.
Our review of D.C. police reports found 5 homicides in May, 11 in June, and at least 13 so far in July. While homicides are down 37% year to date, assaults with a dangerous weapon are up 42%, and that's a category including attacks with guns and knives.
That's why it's so important to not just focus on violent crime overall or just homicides. You have to look at all crime types.
A reminder that fewer killings do not necessarily mean fewer dangerous encounters as police work to find new ways to solve and prevent crime. One life lost is far too many, but D.C. police report 59 homicides so far this year. At this point in calendar year 2025, 94. Now, police have not announced any arrests related to the shooting that happened right here in Logan Circle or the 2 deadly shootings over the weekend. Northwest, Ben Dennis, D.C. News Now.
All right, Ben, thank you so much for that update. Developing now, the son of an NFL coach accused of shooting his mother in their Northern Virginia home, and police have arrested the 27-year-old whose father, Eric Bieniemy, is the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs.
The family moved to Loudoun County when Bieniemy coached with the Washington Commanders. Investigators say he was at the Chiefs training camp out in Missouri at the time of the shooting. Loudoun County Sheriff deputies say the shooting happened on North Park Drive in those condos around 7:30 Sunday evening. They say Mia Bieniemy was shot several times. Their son, Elijah Bieniemy, was arrested for that shooting and taken into custody. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid speaking to the media from training camp in Missouri.
She's a saint. We all know that, the people that know her. One of God's good blessings right there now. Really a special person. So, but things happen. Things happen, and you got to work through it.
He says Mia Bieniemy is stable. Her son remains in custody at this hour. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for August 31st. Eric Bieniemy and his family have kept a home in Northern Virginia since his short stint as the Commanders' offensive coordinator in 2023. Bieniemy only lasted one season in Washington. He was let go after the Commanders won just 4 games. And we have continuing coverage of this family tragedy. Just go to our website, dcnewsnow.com. Under the News tab, select Loudoun County.
New tonight in Maryland, DC Water says crews have finished a major repair to that sewage pipe that collapsed back in January and sent nearly 250 million gallons of wastewater right into the Potomac River. There are some photos. Take a look at the before and after of the emergency repairs to this 175-foot section of what is known as the Potomac Intercept right near the Pennyfield Lock. Crews have added a new, stronger lining, and they say the next step is to put in a whole new pipe inside the existing one. DC Water was there as part of a full rehabilitation project for the 54-mile sewer line that carries wastewater from Maryland and Northern Virginia to the DC treatment plant.
All right, let's get a first check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jackie Lair. And Jackie, muggy out there right now, but all eyes on tomorrow for some storms.
Yeah, more storms around. I know last Tuesday we had some severe weather,
right,
and it looks like, yes, this Tuesday we're looking at some stronger to severe thunderstorm potential out there. So another day we need to stay weather aware. Here's a view right now of satellite and radar, a wider view just to show you the setup. We're going to be watching that system back out towards the Midwest, continue to slide its way closer towards our area. It says cold front that will be pushing its way in and creating, that battle zone for all that humidity that's out there right now. And also, as that cold front continues to move its way closer, that will bring that threat for some stronger storms. Out there earlier this evening, we did have some pockets, or at least some spotty, heavier downpours that did bubble up, and those have since faded away. So for now, we're tracking those drier conditions. Now, as we look towards tomorrow, though, yes, we're eyeing up all those areas shaded in yellow, which does include most of our region, and yellow means slight risk, 2 out of 5 on that severe scale. The main threat will be the strong wind gusts associated with any of the strongest of those storms that do develop. Now, it does look like we do have multiple rounds. It looks like in the morning, we have some showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder as well, sliding on through. We see a bit of a break mid to late morning. Then we're eyeing 2 p.m. really as those showers and thunderstorms start to bubble up and really start to materialize and move their way across the region. So I would say 2 p.m. to at least 7, 8 p.m. for that window of opportunity for these storms to really thrive. So I'll have more details, timing, when you could see those thunderstorms and what we can expect for the rest of the work week coming up.
All right, Jackie, we'll see you then. In Maryland, Greenbelt police say they're searching for a group of shooters who opened fire outside of an apartment complex. It happened on Breezewood Court around 5 this evening. Witnesses say they heard several shots, then saw the group wearing masks run from that area. Nobody was hurt, but if you have any information, call police. And police in Montgomery County still have not caught the person who shot a man around 6:30 this morning in Rockville. It happened on Wilkins Avenue, that's close to the Park Lawn Community Garden. We're told the victim is expected to be okay.
There's new legislation in Maryland to prevent people from bringing guns to certain public places in Montgomery County.
And the county executive signing it into law. It comes after the state Supreme Court ruled part of the county's previous law overstepped its authority. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live tonight in Bethesda.
And Daniel, there's already a lawsuit hoping to block the new law. So what's the argument here?
Susan and Chris, the organization Maryland Shall Issue, as well as several other plaintiffs, already filed a lawsuit today in court, basically saying that Montgomery County is regulating more than it is legally allowed to, and that its laws are in violation of the Second Amendment. As the law stands right now, you cannot have a gun in certain places, including here at the public library. Stroke of a pen, Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich signed a revised firearms bill into law Monday, complying with an April ruling from the Maryland Supreme Court saying a law first passed in 2021 went too far.
It's important to get this corrected so that we can keep as much in place as possible to make sure our laws here in Montgomery County to protect our residents.
One of the main things kept is the ban on guns being carried within 100 yards of some public places, including schools, parks, libraries, polling places, houses of worship, and legislative assemblies.
These protections matter. These are places where children learn, families gather, neighbors worship, people vote, and residents participate in civic life.
The new law now allows someone with a state wear and carry permit to drive through those zones within 100 yards. Mark Pennick, president of Maryland Shall Issue, says that violates the Second Amendment.
This is criminally punishing people who may not even realize that they are in one of these 100-yard zones. It basically makes it impossible for permit holders to carry a firearm as they go about their daily lives.
The law also repealed county restrictions on ghost guns in the presence of minors that conflicted with state law, which already bans people who can't legally have guns from possessing homemade ones. Now, the Maryland Supreme Court sent this case back down to the circuit court, so the county has a status conference with the court on August 12th, but with this new lawsuit filed by several people against the new law, we're unclear when the first hearing on that could be. We're live in Bethesda. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Several children, part of a D.C. National Guard program, got sick following lunch on campus there in Laurel, Maryland. The 19 cadets were taken to the hospital, and one adult was evaluated there on site. They're all part of the Capitol Guardian Youth Challenge Academy, which is a 22-week leadership academy for kids 15 to 18 years old. Right now, they're looking into what may have caused them all to become sick.
The American Red Cross has declared a national blood supply crisis. It's only the second time they've ever had to issue one. They say donations fell to the lowest levels for the summer in 4 years. Crisis now deepening an emergency shortage that threatens the availability of life-saving blood for patients all across the country. The Red Cross saying donations are not keeping pace with hospital demand. They also say they have less than 1 day national supply of type O positive blood. That is the most commonly transfused blood type. Because of the low donations, some patients will be forced to wait for the blood that they need. Now, if you're interested in donating or learning more information about the blood crisis, you can visit our website at dcnewsnow.com. Just search blood shortage.
A smaller version of the Las Vegas Sphere is rolling forward in Maryland. The Prince George's County Council approving a special development district for National Harbor to welcome the entertainment venue. That's a necessary step required before leaders can move forward with future tax revenue agreements. And they say the development is expected to bring new jobs, tourism, and revenue to the region, which could be a historic economic boost.
And to see that this project will bring in triple the revenue of those projects is a major historic accomplishment.
County leaders passed the measure unanimously, and they say the project will help position National Harbor as this really competitive destination for future large-scale entertainment and development.